Albert's Entanglement, Chapter 5, Part 1.
Albert's Entanglement. The Space Between Particles. Chapter 5. Dream On. While Mockery was quickly changing, the search team back on the starship Neuron prepared for the dream search journey. They met in the auditorium where all the recording equipment necessary to transcribe the journey was available. The team telepath Mary was the link that makes this shared dream journey possible. Albert, the Time/Space Master, will open the cosmic dream topography, displaying the Milky Way galaxy in now-time detail. The main goal/intent is to locate the Gateway shuttle crew. It is also to determine what can be done, if anything, with the rogue planetoid cascading through the galaxy. If we see what will be affected by the planet's pass, we may also find where our vanished crew is. Technology allows for the recording of our journey. It is even easier than the dream journal technology. We do not need to sleep. Deep meditation will bring us to the dream realm. With the preparations complete, Albert, Mary, Myra, Brandon, Penny, and Charles met up after reaching the Delta consciousness state. This team reaches the higher states of consciousness easily. The children have less baggage to overcome, so they are naturals. Bill stayed behind as anchor for the team. From a galactic view, the rogue planet looked like a cue ball on a three-dimensional billiard table. As we approached the target area, the enormous size of this planet became apparent. It would take a gigantic star to pull this rogue cue ball into a sustainable orbit. The trajectory of this giant would have to be precise to capture it into any order. The geometry is mind-boggling. Following the present trajectory, the potential collisions are numerous. The first possible victim is a small blue marble that looks like Earth. The team visited the planet. They felt the distress of impending disaster coming from the conscious beings seeing the approaching gigantic cue ball. The gravitational pull was already causing havoc. There was no sign of the missing crew. Something needs to be done. But they must move on. Nothing could be done as astral projections. The planet has about 6 months before reaching the point of mass destruction, and the impending collision will hardly alter the course of the giant planet. The cone of probabilities is enormous the further into the timeline you go. Barry felt a brief connection with Seth and Shauna when they got close to the monster planet. It was so brief she shrugged it off as a passing thought. There was a tremendous amount of psychic energy coming from the planet, and it was almost unbearable for such powerful empaths as Mary and Myra. The gut feeling that they are on the right track is stronger than ever. The overwhelming psychic energy took a lot out of the search crew. They agreed to return to the physical realm. A follow-up journey is a must. The data that was acquired was sufficient for now. There was so much at stake. They spotted a massive star forming in a nearby nebula within the potential path of the gigantic rogue. Could this be a solution? As the team revived back on the Neuron, they immediately analyzed the experience they just had. Nara's main drive computer duplicated a three-dimensional hologram of the Milky Way galaxy, based on what the team witnessed. Nara ran thousands of possible scenarios for the gigantic rogue planet, now called the cue ball. The next big problem, needing a solution, was our ability to affect the situation. Current knowledge is not up for the task. We must dive deeper into the unknown. Myra was the first to speak up after returning to the physical realm.
I know we all felt the psychic energy coming from the cue ball. Is it possible for anything to survive on that monster? Yes, the intensity was almost unbearable.
Albert responds with his theory.
I felt and saw the history of this cue ball. It has been bombarded by everything in its path, getting larger for billions of years, like a snowball that builds up rolling down a snowy hill. It was in the outskirt of the galaxy, acting like a shield, blocking foreign objects from entering the galaxy in that location. A pulse wave from a nearby exploding quasar knocked it into this erratic, destructive path that it has been on for millennia. If there is life on the Q ball, it has gone through many mass extinction events in the lifetime of Q.
Charles was deeply concerned about the impact of this collision. The devastation is disturbing.
Q is set to wipe out that small planet. What do we do about that, Dad?
There is very little time to figure that out, Charles. There are answers, even if we do not know what they are. The universe provides.
As the search team continued digesting the new data from the dream journey, back in Mockery, word of Queen Sparkle spread throughout. The realm of nothing had a lot of trespassers intruding into the nothing. The newly ordained queen of that nothing is kind enough to not only allow this trespass, but welcome the violators under the umbrella that the realm provides. It is the grace of your queen that allows for your very lives. Be grateful to your queen. Seth and Shauna briefly felt the presence of Albert in the search team. Shauna got excited as the glimmer of hope quickly went away.
We need a beacon, light a fire, somehow get their attention if they get close again. Maybe we can somehow use this realium we have purchased to change the future of this world. We must stop this path of madness inside Mockery and devise a method to contact the search team we saw in our brief vision.
Seth replied,
The cost of our agreed support for Queen Sparkle is much higher than we thought. At this point, we must play the hand we created. Your idea of some kind of beacon is what we need to do. Maybe we can send out a virtual message in a bottle into the sea of space.
Clipper offered.
We should make a continually repeating message directed out to the opening we traveled through. This is within our means without using any realium.
Maybe we should do a dream journey of our own. I am sure they are doing dream journeys searching for us. We are entangled with the search team's spirit group. This should happen soon. Realium will help in this quest. The situation here in Mockery with Queen Sparkle must continue with caution. If we show our hand, it would cause havoc. We can fix this with love. That is the only way.